Alright. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Salt Mines, where we delve into the salty adventures of competitive players on the StarCraft ladder. They could be your grandpa playing in Bronze League, they could be your tryhard little brother or sister playing in Masters League. We never know, but what we do know is someone's going to get upset at some point in the games, and we're going to discover some outlandish excuses for losing the video games. Up here in the top left-hand side, we have Jedi Dawn. And this is going to be a Zerg versus Zerg, which I think there's a high case of mirror matchups that we're going to have in this show because people just suck at versing their own races and they get so salty. Down in the bottom right, I believe this is the one who submitted the replay. It is, of course, from my own clan, Pigpan, aka Taste the Bacon. This is Bear Hug. And it's going to be a nice hatchery first timing from Jedi Dawn. Meanwhile, Bear Hug going for a spawning pool on 16 or 17 into an 18 hatchery. So a little bit of a more conservative opening for Bear Hug, but I'm always down with the pool hatch. I do like that. All my beginner openings usually pool first, keeps you much safer against those different build orders. While we have a bit of downtime in the opening, I do want to kind of review and have a bit of think about what have we learned so far in this show? Like, really, what is it that we've discovered? And I was having to think about our previous episodes, and there's a few little things. I was like, okay, so far I've discovered in the first episode we learned that rock has no counter in scissors paper rock, because, you know, even if there's a counter, if there's no skill to use rock, therefore rock doesn't have a counter because paper takes more skill to use than rock, I think is what the reasoning was. I don't even know. Go back and check out the first episode if you want to react on that. We also learned don't answer the phone if you're in the middle of cannon rushing someone. Not a good idea. Or perhaps if you lose after your cheese gets held, maybe you should say oh, I got a phone call and that's it. We also learned that harassing your opponent with 2 adepts at the 5-minute mark is a BS all-in. And it's a disgusting all-in, and so your win is invalid because you all-in. And we all know, I mean, we don't even need to watch this show to know that if you attack your opponent before they're ready, it doesn't count. That's StarCraft lore 101. Anyway, let's talk about the game before we get back into those lessons. Down here at the bottom, we got the Zerglings focusing down one drone. Zerglings are going to come forward. The 6-lings obviously beat 4 Zerglings. Terrible fight for Jedi Dawn, who needed to pull back away from all lings and gets a drone kill as well. This is a really successful ling pressure from Bear Hug. Unfortunately, Bear Hug forgot to build a second queen. This queen should have already been down here injecting. Second queen's not out. So I think we're looking maybe at, I don't know, high plat maybe. Good little ling pressure, but a little slow to get that queen down there injecting. Similar work account on both sides. Baneling Nest goes down actually really early for Bear Hug. So Bear Hug might be planning a bit of a Ling Bane all in. Jedi Dawn did get forced into building a lot of Zerglings, but it kind of equals out. Jedi Dawn has the extra queen injecting though. And it's moving out for a 3rd base, so he's going to go for that big 3-base setup. Get all of the production rolling. Bear Hug's a little bit slower on that. Yeah, I do feel people get a bit more ragey in Zerg vs. Zerg, you know? I feel like that's a thing. Obviously, I think the last lesson we got was at the end of the last episode of Salt Mines was never prioritize BMing your opponent over macro. Don't try to rub salt in the wounds or you know, shit on them a little bit and make fun of them. Finish the game. Finish the game. Never prioritize bad mana over macro. And I think we saw that when those lurkers ran straight into some nasty spots. But we've learned a lot of those lessons throughout this series so far. I do wonder what we're going to learn in this one. Jedi Dawn goes for a scout. Sees no 3rd. Gets in. Doesn't get to see too much. The queens do shoot that down. There's now a roach horn and a lair on the way. So Bear Hug playing a peculiar style here. And doesn't actually have vision of the middle, so Lings could flood out to get him. Meanwhile, Jedi Dawn does have correct Overlord positioning there. There's a slight gap, but pretty good. Should see most things coming. Jedi Dawn's doing a really poor job of droning, but as I said, 11 drones are about to pop out and catch up. So Bear Hug's had a bit of a worker lead so far, but you've got to remember that with the 3rd base coming up, if they keep droning at the same rate, very soon Bear Hug's going to run out of minerals to mine from and or space for the drones to mine from, I should say. Whereas Jedi Dawn's going to have that. A scout comes in here for Bear Hug. Bear Hug just scouting around, sees no lair, no real tech to be seen. Just the Baneling Nest, which I think got spotted. Let's just check that vision. Indeed. A couple Zerglings hiding down the bottom. Roach speed will now be on the way for Bear Hug as well. And okay, Bear Hug just droning on up, as is Jedi Dawn. And as I said, Jedi Dawn's going to get out on the workers. Jedi Dawn has got 2 casters, is making a lair now. Definitely has that income lead. I don't think either of these players could defend a Ling Bane pressure because neither of them has any real defense. Like a couple defensive Banes for Jedi Dawn, but no real Queens or anything like that. So I think either of these players, whoever gets aggressive, has a good chance of coming out on top. That being said, never mind, Roaches are out. So Bear Hug is now immune to light Ling Bane pressure. Is even building some Banelings. Even though it's kind of past the Baneling stage of the game at this point, Roach is going to be the much more effective unit. And it's going to be, okay, that Overlord pulling back on the right side. So that does see the third base, though, at least. It'll pull back and actually get pushed into a better central position for seeing incoming attacks. The Zergling's going to poke in, Banelings as well. 10 Zerglings out, 3 Roaches. 2 more gases are on the way, so going up to 4 gases. Bear Hug's still on 2 base, though, and trailing by about 8 or 9 workers. They're both into Roach production. Jedi Dawn wants to attack right now, rallying across the map. That's not going to do that much, though, because already massing Roaches on the defense is Bear Hug. And remember, Bear Hug has the Roach speed, so Bear Hug comes out, takes a nice little fight against the Zerglings here, looking fantastic to start things off. And I think Jedi Dawn needs to pull back from this. So Bear Hug is down on economy, down a base. He's even building Spine Crawlers. Bear Hug's so worried about this attack, but actually, you're up against a 3-base player as Bear Hug, so you really need to be actually finding a way to do damage to the opponent. And yet he's the one with more Roaches on your doorstep, scaring the crap out of you. This is a disastrous position for Bear Hug. I mean, there's no tech advantage or anything like that. Down 15 workers now. And I think Jedi Dawn is content to just contain. Is like, well, I get you contained. We'll just run around back and forth. He's going to transition into Hydras as well. Goes for the 3rd and 4th Gas Geyser. And has a fully saturated 3rd or 55 drones and is building 6 more. Now, at this point, I do have to say Jedi Dawn's playing pretty greedy. Double Evo Den, Hydra Den, going to what appears to be 3 bases completely filled with workers. And if you're going Hydra's double upgrades, you're going to need these gases as quickly as possible. But remember, this is against a player who's on 2 base. So if we go back to our fundamental understanding of StarCraft, I'm looking at this and I'm like, hey, buddy, you are droning to... Like, maximum Bear Hug has 44 workers that are effectively mining on 2 bases. If you're going to 66 workers, which is exactly what Jedi Dawn's doing, and double Evo, and a Hydra Den, you're going so far ahead on the tech. This is beyond greedy. If Bear Hug had done nothing but mass Roaches and just shoved out right now, there's a good chance Jedi Dawn would die, because Jedi Dawn just spent like a minute, 2 minutes building nothing but workers. It's being so greedy. And here comes that attack from Bear Hug, but I think Bear Hug has just been a bit too inefficient on building the units and has a lot of Zerglings still out, but they all seem to just be peppered around the base. Where are those Zerglings? For some reason, there's a lot of Zerglings in the main and the natural. They're just kind of spread throughout. Roaches are going forwards on the north of the map, but it doesn't feel like Bear Hug's confident committing to an attack. Now, Bear Hug is going Burrow and Tunneling Claws, and you're going to need something like that because this is a desperate position. I mean, Bear Hug just is so far behind on the economy. Every second that goes by, Jedi Dawn's getting closer to 1-1. Roach speed's about to kick in. Once 1-1 kicks in, these Roaches are just going to perform better than Bear Hug's Roaches. Hydras will come in behind that and add amazing firepower, but a good little Ling run by will get the Queen on the bottom side. Roaches coming through the middle as well. Zerglings, though, are going to just wash up on those Roaches, and a head-to-head Roach fight has to favor Jedi here. Jedi moving forward needs to get these Roaches out. Great concave for Bear Hug. Jedi with a really awkward angle. All those Roaches on the left need to move forward so they can actually fight. Jedi there with some very awkward positioning, but it doesn't even matter. 10 Roaches not fighting for that whole battle still crushes the engagement, and Bear Hug is pretty screwed right now. The Roaches of Jedi Dawn seem to just be splitting up a little bit of AFK. Some of the Roaches are going to burrow and sneak across the map. Bear Hug realizes, hey, I'm stuck on 2 base. I'll try to take a 3rd. Needs to pull up the ramp, get up the ramp, and also burrow to heal these Roaches as well. If Jedi Dawn pushes right now, it is game over. Bear Hug is going to send even more Roaches across. Literally, that's 15 Roaches defending against 35 Roaches. These Roaches could just try and then attack, but it's going home. Jedi Dawn, oh, it's because the Overseer spotted these Roaches. Little does he know, though, that there's more Roaches there. Nice unburrow from Bear Hug down here. These Roaches are going to lead the army away. Look at that, he's queued them to lead them away. The Roaches are going to pop up underground. Bear Hug, who's been 2 bases versus 3 for 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, is going to do massive damage. Drones cannot beat unburrowed Roaches. Unfortunately, these ones did not unburrow in the mineral line, so they're wasting their time attacking the Evo chain, but drones getting slaughtered by these Roaches. Now remember, Jedi Dawn was so far ahead. If you at any point get on top of this, you're fine. Jedi Dawn's going to try to split off some of the units right now, but that's going to be really hard to actually pull off because you split them so late. You've already lost so many workers. These Roaches run forward yet again, not the best positioning. Bear Hug has a better angle. Jedi Dawn has a massive numbers advantage, but so many Roaches are stuck in the back of that army. And these roaches are just tearing up the workers. A single roach in the main base is on 7 kills. And the better concave does it again. Bear Hug has been so far behind on the numbers this whole game, but is taking better fights, is out positioning, and Jedi Dawn being hesitant to ever commit to a proper attack. Finally commits into a beautiful defense by Bear Hug. Bear Hug still running these roaches around, being a cheeky dickhead. The roach in the main is up to 12 kills. That one roach. These guys do unburrow. Finally, that roach in the main will get taken out, but look at this. Bear Hug is defended at home. Bear Hug is actually up 7 workers right now. Yes, you're 3 base versus 4 base, but look at that. Burrows hiding these roaches. And oh my god, Jedi Dawn just tried to A-move on the ground and accidentally killed his own gas geyser. Jedi Dawn in full panic mode. You can see that Jedi Dawn is just running the roaches around in one big pack, allowing these roaches to pop up and kill yet another drone. Oh my god, this is an absolute disaster. And then they immediately pull back, which means this roach could pop up. Bear Hug popping up, popping down, popping all around, and doing so much damage. Remember, that is a 14 kill roach. Its rank is actually Ravager now. You get promoted to a Ravager even without actually having the physical attributes of one, if you can get more than 10 kills as a roach, which is bloody rare, mate. It is very rare you kill 10 or more units as a roach boy. Okay, 37 drones, more roaches are on the way. Still down on the upgrades, down on the tech, and Jedi Dawn is back up to being up in the work account, but Jedi Dawn has still not split the army, sent any roaches off to deal with this guy. I feel like that roach will pop up and kill so much. These roaches are going to try and sneak in the armies right there, though. Oh, no. The Overseer sees it. Jedi Dawn, though. Jedi Dawn not watching. Jedi Dawn didn't notice it. Now, if you pop up, though, they're close. They're close. Oh, the Overseer's going to see this. But Jedi Dawn's not watching again. There's roaches there and roaches going there. Oh, my God. Jedi Dawn did not set up any Overseers, any split. Was like, well, I killed the burrow roaches. Surely it's done. That would never, ever happen again. Right? Ooh. These roaches just taking out so many drones there. He's going to take out a bunch in that third base as well. So many of these workers going down. Oh, my God. Those messages all came out at once. I think he hit the pause button and then typed that. And then I think, and then either unpause or the other guy unpaused. And he says, ... you call yourself a pig. I mean, you can't just pause in the middle of a fight to insult the guy. I won this fair and square. Yeah, you did. You were way behind. This is an epic comeback. Imagine how effing ashamed he would be to have his name associated with you. You did nothing. Oh my God. You lost like a dog. Oh shit, this is getting sent to him. Guys, shout out to the Ravager. Seriously, Reginald the Roach in the main, 25 kills, just got promoted to a Metamorph. Oh my God. You can't say that and not expect that. You had no bases, no attack, no bases. Yeah, he was down a base or two the whole time. That is absolutely true. No attack. But I mean, he did attack you with burrow roaches. It was a sneaky attack. You are effing worthless, says Jedi Dawn. Oh no. Jedi Dawn just AFK, focusing on shit talking rather than, well, not AFK, but away from play, not controlling the units. They're just sitting there. And I mean, Bear Hug just tasting this one. 27 kill Metamorph. Reginald the Ravager Roach. And you had bad positioning and poor macro, says Bear Hug. Now, I actually think Jedi Dawn had much better macro than Bear Hug. However, bad positioning, absolutely, multiple times. Running into the concaves. Lol, I bloody owed you. Let's be real. That's how I got back in this game. Dude. Okay, let's rehash. Let's do a quick pig reviews of this replay. This could take us maximum 1 minute. We need to point out, okay, what did Bear Hug suck at? Okay, Bear Hug, I'm very ashamed of you. We've got to give the review, to be honest. You didn't take a third base for bloody ages. You made a Baneling Nest and Ling Speed, which you didn't use for jack shit. If he Ling flooded you, you had no Banelings at home, you would have died to it. So, I don't like it. Zergling Scouting, very good. Overlord positioning, F. No Overlord outside the base. If he flooded you, you'd have no warning till the Lings run in and kill you. I'm giving Bear Hug a few Fs for the early game. Not only that, the opponent got a faster third and out-droned us. And yet, despite being down a base and down on workers, remember when he pushed, we panicked and built spine crawlers defensively. I'm giving you Cs, C minuses, Ds, Fs for the early game Bear Hug, so F for the Overlord positioning, D for the Baneling Nest and Ling Speed that we didn't really utilize, a C minus for the spine crawlers. We saw a scary attack, we built spines, normally a good idea, but that was just putting us further behind economically. But you know what? StarCraft is a game of many facets, and you can be way behind in one facet, Jedi Dawn, or way ahead in one. and you can still drop the ball and let it down. And in this case, what do I give? I give Bear Hug A+ for grit, determination, and just going for broke. Does a Ling run bite in the bottom, a Roach run attack in the middle, and gets a much better concave. Notice how Bear Hug was always trying to spread out to get a big angle. Jedi Dawn here needed to move these Roaches forward because all the Roaches were stuck behind each other. So Jedi Dawn, you get a D- for your engagement micro, which was consistently bad. Bear Hug gets a B for that, which is pretty darn good. We're talking, you won't get an A or an A+ until you're a pro gamer, by the way. That was really good. And then running away saying, I'm dead, I'm way down on workers, I'm down a base, I'm down on army. But you know what? I made some potential comeback tech because I knew I was behind. I need to do something a bit gambly. And I'm going to send 80% of my army across. Half of it, and then another 2/3 of it across to do desperate run-bys. And you know what? If Jedi Dawn just kept attacking there, Jedi Dawn wins the game. But Jedi Dawn blinked, and Bear Hug said, hey, dickhead! Did the finger over the shoulder, said, your mom's fat, your girlfriend's ugly, ha ha ha. And Jedi Dawn was like, what'd you say about my mom? And started chasing him around the map. Look at this. These Roaches got led in a circle around the bottom of the map while the economy was getting torn apart. And still, why isn't he going home? So you can't be ragging on your opponent for getting that far behind if he's the one who took better fights than you consistently and ran around you with a cheeky comeback maneuver and got the win. Because look at this as well. Bear Hug once again pulls back, sets up the concave, B+ on that one. And Jedi Dawn, half the Roaches stuck in the back of this fight for the whole duration. So he was only fighting with about half of his army at once. Bear Hug able to defend with an inferior force consistently in this game. I'm actually B+ for the grit, determination, the comebacks. Yeah, your early game kind of sucked, but you got the win and you extracted some salt. Well played, Bear Hug. Alright guys, our next game going into it, we've got a Barcode down here in the bottom left, Protoss player, up against Frostdog, Terran player in the top right. So TVP, and it looks like a cheesy Cannon Rush is coming out. The Barcode is going to be going for a Forge into Gateway opening, not building any more probes, and it's actually going to the corner of the map. Wait, we're walling off the main and then going for a corner base. Frostdog's in Diamond, I think, guys. I'm pretty sure Diamond 3, Diamond 2, maybe, if memory serves. So, I don't know how this is going to work, mate. Of course, Frostdog's going to scout this in the near future. A cannon going to go down on the main base. This is a true Bronze League build order. Like, Frostdog's going to be like, wait, what? What am I looking at right now? He's like, okay, I could do whatever I want, I guess, because you're literally walling off with cannons. You can go 3cc here. He's going to send out SCV to scout for proxy, and he's going to try and build a depot there. So Frostdog may be panicking a little bit. He's like, oh, I'm getting proxy, what's going on? But it's like, dude, no. You've seen the gateway, the Forged Cannon at home. He can't be proxying if he doesn't have any money for that. If he does, it's really late. And wait, did we just see 5 pylons get cancelled? What the what am I looking at right now? What are you gonna play Snake in the corner of the map with pylons? What are you even? No. Are you for really? We're gonna fast forward. Yep, really. I think this symbol here looks a little bit like an F, guys. And this here looks a little bit like the beginnings of a U, doesn't it? Kills some of the critters on the map as well because pure evil, knows no limits. Oh my lord. It doesn't have enough space for the C, so we're going straight for the K, aren't we? Ah. Oh my god. Oh my god, the SCV scouts it. The SCV scouts it. And yep, he sees it on the minimap. You can see here as he reveals it, and he goes, what even? Are we putting an exclamation point on the end? What? And the probe's like, oi, let me finish, bro. Meanwhile, Frostdog actually played so cowardly here, guys. He should have gone for 2 command centers for sure. He's played 1 basey against a guy who cannoned on 1 base. You should always go at least to your expansion immediately, because if they're cannoning in their main, they really can't be aggressive to you that early. That's That's that. That is art, says Frostdog. FU, says the barcode. He then recalls the probe and then kills his own Nexus. Guys, okay, this is the YouTube interaction section, guys, where we get you guys to comment to help us with the algorithm. And I got to ask you all, acid? Methamphetamine? What do we think has instigated this in the play? Is it just straight up just some mental condition? Like, what possesses somebody to spend their day doing this? Like, I don't... Do you guys... I don't... Have you known anyone who's ever done stuff like this before? Like, this is a pretty heavy investment of time. Just gonna kill the Nexus and then just chill? No, we're gonna kill the other buildings as well. And now the probes are... What? What are you doing? And also... Okay, so Frostdog's gonna start clearing it up. It's gonna take a while because you gotta manually lock onto buildings. And we're gonna attack with probes. I don't know what I'm looking at, guys. Is this how people spend their time? He's gonna kill a few SCVs, lose all the probes, and meanwhile, Frostdog gets to do graffiti cleanup. He's one of those old religious people that's like, no, I've got to take the swear words off the brick wall. And they're just volunteering their time to scrub off the naughty words. Yeah, I mean, I'm completely at a loss. I mean, I've come across some just absolutely otherworldly, outlandish BM insults and excuses during this series, but this one, I mean, it's like I just discovered a new species of human. Like, man, I didn't have much going on when I was like a teenager and I did some dumb shit with my time, but I don't think I ever went to this extreme. Did you? Share your stories, let me know in the chat, and shout out to the barcode player who I'm assuming does this all day on the ladder? I'm so confused. I guess it's a different way of leaving games for smurfing. I have no idea. I'm just confused. I'll admit I'm just confused. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Salt Mines. These were video games. See you in the next episode. Goodbye and good night.